Today's question is, Anthony, why don't we do more burpees? All right, burpees. Exercise everyone loves and yet hates at the same time. I would ask you a question back. Why do you do burpees? Do you have a good reason? Okay, let's think about that as we kind of go through this. So why don't we do more burpees? First of all, I'm going to say 99% of people who do burpees aren't really doing burpees. They're doing some monstrosity of an exercise where it looks like they're on fire / they're having a seizure. Okay, and so most burpees aren't done well. They're done really terribly, but people just think, hey, I'm getting tired and sweaty, so that's a good thing, and that's what exercise is all about. And I'm going to tell you, no, that's not the reason. There needs to be a purpose for what you do. And so if you're doing burpees just because, hey, it makes me tired and tired is good, or maybe your trainer thinks we do burpees because I don't know what else to do, and if I do them, then I know they're going to be tired, and if they're tired, they're going to think I'm a good trainer. And that's kind of what we've devolved into, is just tiredness. Trainers like to create tiredness and fatigue because in the client's mind, that means a better workout. Okay, but tired does not mean better, more does not mean better, better means better. So when we talk about burpees, here's what we're talking about. A burpee is when you start standing and you're going to drop your hands down to the floor, kick your feet out behind you into a plank position, and then you can add a push-up to it, come all the way back up, and then you stand and you jump at the top. So that's an actual burpee. Now what we see most people do is they drop their hands down to the floor and they have a really bad hunched over position, all right? That's mistake number one. They can't even get their hands down to the floor. So if you can't do that, you should be doing burpees. Then people kick their feet out, and then you see maybe a good plank, but then they try to do a push-up. Most of them can't do a regular push-up, so why are you going to push up into a burpee? Their hips are sagging, they're pushing the floor down. It just looks like shoulder and back pain and neck pain are just going to really creep up and bite you at some point. So and then they stand up, their backs bend over, they're huffing and puffing, and they look like they're going to fall over pretty soon if a strong breeze comes by. That's really ugly. And why do we do a lot of really ugly things? We need to think better. We need to stop doing that sort of stuff. So if you can do a burpee properly, putting those hands on the floor, keeping a nice neutral spine, kicking the feet back with a nice, again, neutral spine, cores locked in, you can do an actual push-up, and then you can jump back up, then hey, go ahead and do some burpees. That's fine. But if you can't do those, then don't do them. Don't just be tired for tired's sake. All right, exercise and move to get better, not just tired. So here's some ways you can even improve the burpee. If you can't get your hands down flat to the floor, you can stack up like maybe a box or some mats, so you don't have to go all the way down. Then you can kick your feet out. If you can't do a push-up, don't do the push-up. Just stop in a plank position, and you can come back up. Now, if you have trouble jumping up, you can also step up into a burpee instead of jumping your feet up and standing. All those things can be alternatives that makes the burpee more effective, and it makes it safer. So think about it. If you're doing burpees on your own, try to do them well first. If you can't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good burpees, why are you doing 50? Bad motion and bad exercise is just going to make things worse in the long run. All right? Why practice being bad? If you go to a gym that make you do burpees, maybe start doing your own modifications. Do them safer. So give those things a whirl. Think about it a little bit. More's not better. Better is better. Till then, I'll talk to you next time. Move better, train smarter.